Yo, what's up, guys? It's Lun-Gi. So the TCG Bandlist came into effect yesterday on April 15th. And yeah, they banned Linkaribo and they banned Baron de Fleur. So now I'm going to be showcasing two new combos since we can't use those cards anymore. So this deck list is actually more standard. So we're not going to be playing a bunch of the other things that we were playing because now there's no point. So yeah, I'll be showing a new combo that's also good against Tenpai dragons. All right, so we'll just use these two cards for the combo. Activate low, activate our continuous spell card, and then we'll activate its effect, which will allow us to add other continuous spell card to the hand. Then we'll activate it. Then we'll activate pre-prep. So we'll search for our Ritual spell card and our Skull Guardian. So then we'll activate the Ritual spell card. We'll use lowest material. And then we'll activate Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Skull Guardian. Skull Guardian will search for Saphira, and then low will summon itself back from the graveyard. Next, we'll activate Saphira. We'll send our other Ritual spell card to the graveyard, and then we will add our Odd Eyes Ritual monster from the deck. Right, what we'll do next is we will activate our Saphira. Right, so we'll activate Saphira, and then we will send Skull Guardian to the graveyard, and we'll summon our Odd Eyes Ritual monster. And then we'll use our continuous spell card to add Skull Guardian to the hand. Right, so then we will end our turn. So Odd Eyes' effect is if your opponent activates a spell or trap card or effect, you can put it in the Pendulum Zone, negate the effect, and then destroy it, and then it can special summon an Odd Eyes monster from the extra deck. Right, so your opponent summons something, will be able to trigger our spell card, tribute low. Right, so now we can go Chainlink 1 low, 2 Skull Guardian. So Skull Guardian will be able to search. Skull Guardian will be able to search for Ceravus, right? And then low can special summon itself back. And then afterwards, you'll trigger low's effect, and you will activate your Voiceless Authority. Right. So at this point, let's say you're playing against like Tenpai Dragon, right? So they activate the field spell, you chain Odd Eyes, you negate, destroy the field spell, and also you'll be able to special summon Odd Eyes Meteor Burst from the extra deck. Now, if you don't know what Odd Eyes Meteor Burst does, basically during the battle phase, your opponent cannot activate any monster effects. So Tenpai only plays in the battle phase, essentially. So when you have this on the field, it means that they have to make all of their plays in the main phase. Yeah, they have to make all their plays in the main phase, and since you negated their field spell with this, you will be able to stop their cards, respond to their cards. Because even if they have like a second field spell, you can just use Skull Guardian's effect to negate and destroy it. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just send your Solemn and then destroy their second copy of the field spell. So this is really strong against them. In the OCG, people side this card. They side like these two cards in the OCG, but you can simply just like put them in the main deck because this card is very searchable, and then this is only like one card in the extra deck. Yeah, so I think it's very much usable in your main deck, I think. And even before like Tenpai was a thing, I was playing this in Voiceless in the main deck because I really like it. If you search for it, you can put in the scale, And then in the end phase, you can add like a ritual monster or ritual spell card, I think, um, from your deck to your hand, I think. It's been a while since I've actually played it, and this is Japanese. So yeah, so this setup is very strong against Tenpai Dragon. So you could, if you know you're playing against Tenpai, you could just summon this as like your option, because just having this to be able to negate the fuel spell and then summoning like Meteor Burst, they have to be able to out the Meteor Burst Dragon to be able to play. Because if they can't, then they can't play. Um, yeah, so this is the setup against Tenpai Dragon. You also have the option to go for you have the option to go for Saravis, for example. You could use this to shuffle back one of your richer spell cards, and then you can special summon your old man. Just summon old man, they activate something, return it to the hand, and then you have Saravis, right? Yeah, so they have to play in the main phase. So if they synchro summon, you can just return it to the hand, and then you can negate and banish the summon. So Saravis is already like pretty strong against Tenpai. So if you have Saravis and you have Meteor Burst on the field, it's essentially like GG. They have to have like Super Poly is not going to work against these. They can Super Poly these, but then you've got like this in the graveyard to special summon anyways. Um, yeah, they need to have like droplets. They have to have droplets. And even if they do have droplets doesn't work against this, the chap card. So it's a really, really strong setup against Tenpai, especially if you've got some hand traps as well to back it up. So yeah, this is like the go-to play against Tenpai Dragon. Alright, so now for the deck list. Alright, so standard, triple diviner, triple low, triple Saphira, one old man, one Trias. And for the ritual monsters, double Skull Guardian, double Saravis, and your one Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. One copy of him for the combo. And then for your hand traps, we got 3 Mona, 3 Ogre, and then 3 Ash Blossom. Right. And also the one copy of Nibiru. Right, so this needs a bit of an explanation. Right, so only playing the one Nibiru because it's not really good against Voiceless. And also it's not that great against like Tenpai Dragon. So only one in the main. Because it's still decent against like a bunch of other matchups, so it's fine. And then for the hand traps, 3 Ash, one of the best cards to use against Tenpai. Very, very good. So against Tenpai Dragon, it would probably be a good idea to hold this for the quick play spell card in the battle phase. Because if you Ash the field spell, if they only need like a copy of white or a copy of red, or the quick play spell card, and then they can still OTK you. So it's better to just save this for the quick play spell card in the battle phase, because they might still make a mistake, and if they do, you can punish them. It also works if you've got some other disruption as well on top of that. So 3 Ghost Ogre kills a field spell to make their stuff vulnerable. 3 Mona is better than Impermanence and Veiler, because this works in the battle phase. As soon as your opponent special summons a monster, you can discard and then target and negate the effects. It's not like super amazing against Tenpai, because they could quick synchro if they have a level 3 and the level 7 synchro on the field. Yeah, but it's good when you combine it with some other hand traps, and like Imperm and Veiler, they're really really bad against the deck. Yeah, basically your opponent, they have to not have the fuel spell for Veiler and Impermanence to actually do anything. Impermanence is slightly better if you're going, if you like, yeah, if you win first and you set it, but then it's vulnerable to removal. So yeah, Mona's better. You could also play Ghost Power as well. Ghost Power doesn't target, so it's probably better, but Mona's just better against more decks, I think. So 3 Mona, you can experiment to see which ones work the best for you. For the spell cards, triple extravagance. Yeah, we're not going for like extra deck shenanigans, so we can play extravagance. Right, 3 pre-prep, just once maximum consistency. 3 of your continuous spell card, and then 1 copy of the new one. Only need 1 copy. You'd rather just search it. 2 copies of the ritual spell card. 1 for 1, 1 call by, 1 talents, and then 1 copy of your trap card. No imperm in the main deck. Now for the extra deck. 1 anima, it's your go-to link one now that Link Karibo is banned. 1 SP, 1 copy of the Light Charmer. Good in the mirror, good against like light swans. Steal the light monsters. 2 copies of Dynamondo. You could play a 3rd copy if you like. It doesn't really come up unless you like banish it. Celine and Access Code Talker. Against those light decks, you could actually go for like Access Code Talker plays. Celine Access Code Talker plays. 1 copy of Ventus. Your Super Poly targets. You definitely should be siding 3 copies of Super Poly. Mainly because it's really good against Tenpai Dragon. So you just set the Super Poly, and then in the battle phase, you just Super Poly 2 of their monsters into Garura. Yeah, you'll Super Poly two of their monsters into Garura, and unless they have like the quick play spell card, that'll pretty much end their battle phase. 2 copies of the Herald, 1 Meteor Burst, 1 Chaos Angel, and then 1 copy of Typhon. The extra deck is not too important, but you do have your standard 1 1 1 1, and then with the odd eyes, this is standard, and then obviously Little Knight, and then this, and then Dynamondos, of course. But the others are kind of not mandatory. So you actually do have like maybe like 5 flick slots. So you don't have to play this exact extra deck. So you can test out some other options. But in my experience, these have worked out really well. But anyway, that's it for the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.